In this video, I'm going to be talking about Eugenio María de Hostos. He was one of the important Boricua intellectuals of the 19th century, along with Ramon Emeterio Betances. He was a philosopher, educator, author of many writings. He was very well active in the independence movement in regards to Puerto Rico and Cuba. Through his publications, he brought awareness of the injustices of his time. Even one of the former presidents of the Dominican Republic, Juan Bosch, wrote many books about Hostos. So in this segment, we're going to highlight some of the things that made him great. So let's begin. He was born in 1839, January 11th, in Rio Cañas, a suburb town of Mayagüez located on the western part of the island. Hostos was a vital moment of conscience of Hispanic America. His writings inspired the continent to think. Through his writings, Hostos explored the relationship of Antilleanism, Latin Americanism, and Americanism. Through his writings, he expressed the duties of man towards morality. All of the spirit and purpose of Hostos, his life and intellect, were embodied within his actions. Wherever Hostos went, whether it was in Spain, the US, the Dominican Republic, or South America, Hostos never forgot about his patriotic love for his island. At an early age, he studied in the capital of San Juan, then went to continue his education in Spain, where he became interested in politics. Hostos was actively involved in the independent movements. They met many times in New York City. That's where many of the revolutionaries met together to discuss about Cuba and Puerto Rico, as during that time they were still a colony under Spain. He contributed in the educational system of the Dominican Republic. In 1875, he founded the first normal school, and in 1879, he founded the second. Hostos also advocated for an Antillean confederation, and like Betances, was also against annexationalism. Only difference was Betances differed a little bit from Hostos in some views. Hostos also contributed to the railroad systems of the Dominican Republic. Like Betances, Hostos admired the United States for its ideals of freedom and democracy. His life was dramatic and long, struggling to improve his fellow men and to promote the welfare of each country where he had stopped. Hostos used to assert that the only revolution that had not taken place in Hispanic America was the educational revolution. Through one of his most famous novels, The Pilgrimage of Bayoan, he emphasized the misgovernment of the time of the Spanish West Indies. An active journalist, author, Hostos was a believer in action. He was a humanitarian and patriot who did not want people to forget that he loved the beauty of his homeland. Hostos was saddened right after Spain lost the Spanish-American War, when Puerto Rico, or Boricua, was annexed to the US. Hostos passed at the age of 64 in 1903. Today, his remains are buried in the National Pantheon located in the Colonial District in the Dominican Republic. As per his final wishes before his passing, he wished that for his remains to stay in the DR until the day when Puerto Rico would become completely independent. Then and only then did Hostos wanted his remains to be returned to his homeland. Before his passing, he wrote, "I wish that they had said, in that island, a man was born who loved truth, desired justice, and worked for the good of men." And through his works, you can see how passionate Hostos was in his patriotism. And a great example of this is to quote something that Jose Marti wrote. And Jose Marti wrote was, "I am America's son, and to her I am committed." So this is the segment. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. There's going to be some references where you can check out and read more about him. This is all for now, and until the next bill.